This is Sense House with Constant Clouds, bringing quick updates on the Middle East war, starting with Taiwan. Taiwan currently has an 11-day supply of LNG in reserve, but with the Strait of Hormuz blocked, LNG imports have been halted. Taiwan relies heavily on LNG for its power grid and semiconductor industry, so if the supply disruption continues for a long time, it could cause major problems in semiconductor production. This is Tehran, Iran. Smoke has risen over eastern Tehran. This is known as another assassination attempt. This is Tel Aviv, Israel. In Tel Aviv, a missile launched by Iran was intercepted. This is Israel. In central Israel, the Israeli air defense system was activated. This is Iraq. An Iranian drone attacked a house in Sabah al-Ahmad city near the Arifjan base where US troops are stationed. This is Kuwait. An Iranian drone attacked a fuel tank at Kuwait International Airport, causing a fire and property damage. No casualties have been reported. The Israeli military succeeded in destroying Iran's Shekin medium-range ballistic missile launcher. What is the situation in the Strait of Hormuz? Following the US and Israel's war with Iran, maritime transport is paralyzed, leaving dozens or hundreds of ships stranded at the Strait of Hormuz entrance. These are the 15 clauses proposed by the US to Iran. It's unclear whether Israel has agreed, but many of these 15 ceasefire clauses are quite difficult for Iran to accept. Dismantle Iran's nuclear weapons, end nuclear development and enrichment, hand over enriched uranium to the US, close Natanz, Isfahan, and Fordo facilities, and allow IAEA oversight of Iran's nuclear program. Full access to all information, abandonment of the proxy strategy, prohibition of support for proxy forces, prohibition of blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, restriction on missile range, prohibition of preemptive attacks using missiles, lifting of economic sanctions on Iran, support for the operation of the Bushehr civilian nuclear facility, removal of snapback threats against Iran, U.S. support for the development of the Bushehr plan. These are the 15 clauses. The U.S. has called the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's demands for U.S. base withdrawals and compensation absurd and unrealistic. The U.S. 82nd Airborne Division's commander has now been ordered to deploy to the Middle East. U.S. Central Command spokesperson Captain Tim Hokanson stated that so far, 255 of the injured have returned to duty. Spokesperson Hokanson also said that 35 are still unable to perform duties due to injuries, and among them, 10 remain in serious condition. The total of 290 is an increase of 90 compared to the figures announced on March 16 to last week. 20 soldiers were unable to return to duty due to injuries. In this war, 13 US soldiers have been killed. Speaker of the Iranian parliament Balipabu stated that the war must continue until the invaders are fully punished. According to CNN reports, Iran currently does not want to negotiate with Israel, or Kushno, and Vice President J.D. Benser said that regardless of negotiations, they will continue to attack Lebanon and Iran. Israel is expected to approve a plan to mobilize up to 400,000 reservists by the end of May. Iraq's Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani held an emergency meeting on domestic security after the death toll from a suspected US attack on a paramilitary base in Anbar rose to 15. At the meeting, a response to the paramilitary groups was authorized. The Islamic resistance in Iraq reported 23 attacks on enemy bases in Iraq and nearby areas in the past 24 hours. If more updates come in, I'll make and upload another video. This video ends here. Thank you.